Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Boy trackies, me have to draw off my pot cover for this one here. Bingy lingy lingy lingy. Trackies, this one here, red hot. What am I talking about? The women's 100-meter semifinals list have come out, trackies, and three at the top boss them in a one semifinals. Trackies, I'm not gonna lie. Usually I do a blind reaction, but I peeped this time around. I'm a draw drop a ground. But anyway, Trackies, as usual, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can both take a look at the semifinals. And you know what? Dissect them and see, what I go on. I'm not going to lie though, Trackies. This is very, very, very interesting. All right, so I'm hoping that you're able to see my screen. Now, I'm going to start, of course, with Heat 1. There are three semifinals, and I'm starting with Heat 1. Now, they take the first two, and then the next fastest two qualifying, and again that's the non-automatic qualifying time. Now with that said, trackies, we're in semi-final one. In lane two we have Gina Luken-Kemper from Germany. In lane three we have from Trinidad and Tobago Michelle Lee Ayi. In lane four we have Daryl Nater from Great Britain. In lane five we have Iwa Swoboda from Poland. In lane six we have Tamari Davis from the United States, and of course big bag Jamaica, Shelly with the good hair, comes up in lane seven. And of course, in lane nine, we have from Italy, Dosso. And from Nigeria in lane nine, we have Rosemary Chokumo. So that is how the first heat looks. Off the bat, no questions asked. Shelly's taking this. The question now becomes who becomes the next non-automatic qualifier out of this semifinals. Now, I liked what I saw from Iwa Swoboda. Plus, I also liked what I saw from Tamari Davis. Plus, I also liked what I saw from Daryl Nita. So, for me personally, the next automatic qualifier is coming out of this, three. I'm possibly leaning, I'm not gonna lie, towards Tamari Davis a bit more. So let's see. I'm possibly gonna give her the automatic spot, and then the next two can hopefully tussle it out and see if they can, run fast enough, to make it in as again as a non-automatic qualifier. But the problem is we have three of the big gun them in a one heat, so we already know say only one spot left. So again, Darnita and Iwa Swoboda, in my opinion, will have to fight over, one non-automatic qualifying spot to see who can make it in. Now, with that said, let's move on to heat two, trackies, and this again, semifinal two is the semifinal of absolute death. You understand what I'm saying? When I say absolute death, I mean absolute death. Now, with that said, let's take, the order. In lane two, we have from Hungary, Tatax. She has been having a fantastic championships. It's her home crowd, so that's great for her. In lane three, another Jamaican comes up, Shasha Lee Forbes. Lord, it's sticky pan poor Shasha Lee. She comes up in this semifinals. Now in lane four, we have from Switzerland, Mujinga Kambunji. Now in lane five, we have Shericka Jackson. Yes, so Shericka Jackson comes up in lane five. Boy, I forgot not the pad cover for Sha'carri too. And then Sha'carri Richardson from the United States comes up in lane six. But done yet. Mari Jose Talou Chakis comes up in lane seven. Shericka, Sha'carri, and Talou all line up trackies in the same semi-final, right next to one another. Now, with that said, in lane 8, we have Zoe Hobbs, and of course, in lane 9, we have Geraldine Frey. Now I've been wrestling, with my mind since I saw, this heat. What angle would Shericka Jackson take? Personally, if it was only two big guns in this race, I see no issue with her settling, for a second place. However, since as though it's three, and I know Talou is gonna run and Sha'carri is definitely gonna run. And in my opinion, I don't necessarily want, Shericka to settle for a third. Reason being is that we don't want her on an outside lane. We want her in the middle, in the thick of things, right where the action is happening, right? So I don't really want her to run that risk and end up, outside, and then, she misses the action when it's happening in the middle of the track in the finals. So with that said, trackies, Shericka to me is going to have to run as well. And as such, she has to take this race. Because if she's running and they're all running as well, then in my opinion, Shericka takes this race. And then no, it becomes sticky because I love what I saw from Sha'carri and I love what I saw from Talou. The unfortunate thing is I haven't seen Talou and Sha'carri together this year. So I don't know what that looks like. They were supposed to match up multiple times. Either Talou pulled out. Well, the first time Talou and Sha'carri both pulled out, and the second time Sha'carri pulled out. So I haven't seen them together. And again, I said from the heat, all ladies look beautiful. You know what I mean? And yes, I might have sprinkled a little bias when I did say Shericka is going to win. But clearly, 10.65, y'all may be sleeping on it, but I'm not sleeping on that 10.65. I know Shericka is ready to run. So with that said, I'm looking at the next, two. Let's see. It doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, it doesn't matter where they place, maybe. Because again, I have all three of them making it through. I have all three of them making it through because obviously they're going to be running fast. The problem is that, again, what I said, based on where they place, then that is where they will be placed in the finals, a lane, and somebody may end up in an outside lane. No, I don't know who that person is, but yeah, based on this, somebody are going to end up in our outside lane. Now, the big question now becomes for Sha'carri Forbes if she will be able to, run on. Again, I did talk about the last non-automatic spot. I talked about it in, the first semi-final. Well, Sha'carri has an opportunity to try to get it as well and try to run a faster time than Daryl Nita supposedly in the first semi-final. So let's see how that goes. But again, Sha'carri, that will be Sha'carri's only opportunity because them big three done. I'll take 1, 2, 3 already. No questions asked. As it stands now, it's just the placing. But again, I'm sweating. I didn't want to see a big run, until the finals, but apparently we're getting it. Who created this list? Couldn't they not just drop, two in a one and two in a one and just call it a day? All right, Jackie. So we're moving on to the third and final semi-final. So in this one, in lane two, we have Rani from Belgium. In lane three, sorry, from Gambia, we have Gina Bass. In lane four, we have Brittany Brown from the United States. In lane five, we have Julian Alfred from St. Lucia. In lane six, we have Natasha Morrison from Jamaica. I know. Let me give an extra knock for Shashali because I don't think I did it then. Shashali gets one as well. All right. So Natasha, and of course from Great Britain we have Dina Asher Smith, and then from Netherlands in lane 8 we have Cedo, and in lane 9 from Spain we have Jail. Now let's see how this race is going. Ah, Julian versus Dina. I liked what I saw from Dina. Dina was cruising. I liked what I saw from Julian. So it's the toss up is between them. I'm gonna go Julian because I've been getting the vibe that she's definitely out to do something special. So I'm gonna go with Julian then Dina, but both of them qualify in my opinion. Brittany Brown is gonna run well as well. I saw that in hints of that in her heat as well. So I expect her to be up there, in the running. And Natasha Morrison as well is gonna be fighting with Brittany Brown. Now, how things stand right now, Brittany Brown and Natasha, just like Sasha Lee, just like Daryl Nita, will be fighting for Daryl Nita, Iwa Swaboda will be fighting for that third non-automatic spot in my opinion. Right? Because again, remember I said semi-final two is done gonna take up 3 spots. No questions asked. Right? 2 automatic and 1 non-automatic. So Sasha Lee has to figure the next one out, and so does Natasha, and of course, so does everybody else. Now, that means a Jamaican is not going to make it. Unfortunately, it means based on how things line up now, a Jamaican will not make it in as it stands right now. But anyway, track is again, this is a very interesting lineup. Not gonna lie, very, very interesting lineup in the semifinal three. But I want to know your thoughts now in the no semifinal two, sorry. But I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. How you think that race is gonna pan out? Are the girls gonna run? Is Shericka gonna run, or is she just gonna settle, and say, all right, it doesn't matter which lane I get, as long as I'm in the finals, I can execute my own race. Do you think that's the plan, or do you think what we're gonna see her put her foot down? You know what I mean? Sound off in the comment section below. Like the video and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.